फूलों से लिखी एक कहानी।
I'm Vidya Balan. No, I'm the real Vidya Balan. No, she is fake. I'm the real one.
Okay. Let's find out who is real and who is fake. Tell me, which was Vidya's first Hindi film?
Parinita.
For which role did Vidya receive the National Award in 2011?
Cecil.
What does Vidya like the most in saris?
Silk Sari.
And how does Vidya identify pure silk?
मैं हूँ सेनको।
Vasanti Hari Prakash. Mic check time. Thank you so much, Shweta, for that introduction. And I usually like to take a good look right across the room as to who am I talking to. And yeah, I can see some people waving at me. So, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರುವಂಥ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. And it is not just Bangalore. Look at the Nari Shakti in full attendance. And I'm thinking this has got also to do in spirit with what we witnessed yesterday. Or was it this morning? Yes, of course. Let's have a round of woohoo. Just like the roar we heard in Mumbai's D.Y. Patil Stadium. Scripting history, really. India's first ever Women's World Cup, and certainly not the last. Let's hear it for the women once again. It's going to be working here, huh? Because right in the next 1 hour plus, we are going to be celebrating exceptional women who've really charted history in their own way. And how lucky that I get invited to be that Sutradhar, that storyteller. ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಭಾಗ್ಯ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ. And which is why I have come absolutely ready with some sheets of paper, with my water bottle, and with this very important piece of jewelry. Yes. So before we move ahead, of course, we have the wonderful artist already taken her place, and she's so full of responsibility. She said, Vasanthi, I would like to not waste any time in tuning, and therefore I'm going to go even before, of course, she's introduced. But I'm going to come to that in a bit to introduce all our musicians. But the reason why we are here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Grihshobha Inspire Awards. And this edition, you're going to walk away with so many more smiles and absolute inspiring stories. In fact, Maya Angelou, the American poet, civil rights activist, said something which has been my finding as a storyteller. And she said, the unbearable agony is when you have an untold story inside you. But we won't let that happen, because there are stories which probably I narrate, but there are also stories that you're going to see visually. So allow me to also tell you a little bit about the awards themselves, because there are statistics to be shared and all that to be known. Now, these awards are an initiative born from the heart of Delhi Press. It's a publishing house with a rich and enduring legacy of connecting with the vibrant tapestry of India for over 8 decades. Now, for generations, you and I have seen these magazines. When I was growing up in many, many parts of India, in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar and God knows where, I would certainly see this magazine of Grihshobha and all its sister publications. And therefore, all these names that I'm going to say to you, you're going to be nodding. I'm going to take this time to tell you. Caravan, Champak, Sarita, Motoring India, and Manohar Kahaniya. Can we have a show of hands? There you go. Yeah? So all these have been trusted voices in homes across the country. Among its most cherished titles stands Grihshobha. Now, that is a magazine that has been an integral part of women's lives for decades, celebrating their aspirations. And guess what? They have 85 lakh readers, and this is across 8 languages of India. And it goes beyond informing and entertaining. And therefore, the Grihshobha Inspire Awards are a natural extension for that philosophy. By spotlighting the journeys of women, they hope to inspire many more and contribute to a more empowered and, equitable society. So as I told you, as we honor these exceptional women, we'd also like to extend a heartfelt gratitude to the sponsors who are the enablers, because imagine doing this without that support. So please join me in conveying special thanks to co-powered sponsor Senco, which is a name that truly embodies elegance and trust. Silk Purity Partner, Silk Mark Organization of India, that celebrates tradition, purity, and pride. Our associate sponsors, KMF Nandini, which is a milk brand, and who? Yaru Guttila, Nandini. Yeah, and NTPC, India's largest integrated power company, Jaguar Land Rover Markland, state-of-the-art showroom in Bangalore, Sun Pure, India's only physically refined chemical-free sunflower oil, Power Grid, India's largest electric power transmission company, and therefore, please joining me in applauding the spirit of the enablers behind the Grihshobha Inspire Awards. Now, I have said the words that need to be said about those who are enabling it. But someone who's going to add soul into this evening, they have taken their positions here. And the lady in absolute stunning, vibrant hues, she is going to be bringing to us a tribute to someone who is known as Malika-e-Ghazal. Yani unki gaiki, aaj tak, the kind of pain that she transformed into poetry. The moment we hear the name of Begum Akhtar, and that is the tribute that's going to be presented to you. Ananya, a performer, composer, researcher, and documentarian whose Gaiki has resonated with Rasiks right across the subcontinent. Her music embodies Urdu adab, Ganga Jamuni tehzeeb, and a feminist lens rooted in syncretic values. What more can we ask for? Please join me in welcoming Ananya Gaur.
हमको मिटा सके ये ज़माने में दम नहीं हमको मिटा सके ये ज़माने में दम नहीं हमसे ज़माना खुद है ज़माने से हम नहीं हमसे ज़माना खुद है ज़माने से हम नहीं आदाब नमस्कार. We start today's mehfil by paying tribute to Begum Akhtar Sahiba, Akhtari Bai Faizabadi, a musical legend, a courtesan, a performer, a reformer, and so much more. Born to a fierce courtesan, Mushtari Bai Faizabadi, Akhtari Bai knew the ordeals. She knew what she was born into. And what was that? She knew that as courtesan, you would have to go and perform at the homes of the patrons. She knew this inner life very well, and she had had a tough childhood. The other reality, though, for courtesans, but they were also economically independent. So while having that as the backbone, they could do a lot more culturally. So they had agency, yet there were a few things that were not in their control. This is where Akhtari Bai played a major role. She invited all the aristocrats of those times and the Nawabs, for instance, the Nawab of Rampur, to her salon. और तब से बात कुछ अलग होने लगी. Many prominent poets, शायर्स, they all wished कि बेगम अख्तर उनकी बस कोई एक शेर ही गुनगुना दें और उससे उनकी ज़िंदगी बन जाएगी. That was the influence and power of a performer in the 1940s, 1950s, 1960s. I often wonder if Begum Akhtar was alive today, because we called her an influencer in the 1930s and 40s. How would her Instagram page look today if Begum Akhtar was there? एक बहुत मज़ेदार किस्सा है. Shakil Badayuni Sahab bumped into her in Bombay on the station, and he was spellbound. तो उन्होंने एक पेपर पे एक पर्ची दे दी उन्हें और उन्होंने अपने बटुए में रख ली. And then she boarded for Lucknow. From Bhopal onwards, उनको याद आया, अरे, somebody gave me something, let me look at it. She saw, and there was a ghazal. She was so impressed with the writing that तभी बाजा निकला, harmonium निकली. This is in the train. From Bhopal till Lucknow, a ghazal got birthed right then and there. To the extent that she directly went and recorded it at the FM radio. And which ghazal was this? मोहब्बत तेरे अंजाम पे रोना आया है मोहब्बत तेरे अंजाम जाने क्यों आज तेरे नाम पे रोना आया, आज क्यों जाने क्यों आज तेरे नाम पे रोना आया। शकील बदायूनी की एक और गज़ल है जिन्हें बेगम अख्तर ने गा के इमोर्टलाइज किया है। विल बी प्रेजेंटिंग दैट फुल गज़ल। बिकॉज ऑफ पॉजिटिव ऑफ टाइम हम थोड़ा थोड़ा ही सुना पा रहे हैं, बट इफ देयर इज़ अ फरमाइश टुवर्ड्स द एंड वी वुड लव टू सिंग दैट एज वेल। मेरे हम नफस, मेरे हम नवा, मेरे हम नफस, मेरे हम नवा, मुझे दोस्त बन के दगा मेरे हम नवा, मुझे दोस्त बन के कहीं चमन को जला न दे मेरे हम नफस मेरे हम नवा मुझे दोस्त बन के दगा न दे मैं हूँ दर्द इश्क से जावलब मुझे जिंदगी की दुआ न दे मेरे हम नफस सोचिए, she passed away 50 years ago, and her legacy is that we are all enjoying her ghazals today. How many performers do we otherwise remember? There are songs that are made last month, last year, and we forget them. Begum Akhtar was also among the first women who took the ghazal and the Thumri form from private mehfils to larger audiences, to public platforms, to bigger stages. To AIR FM radio, to the gramophone recording company, and made it accessible and got it the recognition and respectability that the music deserved. She also broke social barriers when it came to the Guru Shishya Parampara. I don't know how many of you know, but there is a system within the classical गायकी that गंडा बंद शागिर्द होते हैं. अब गंडा बंद शागिर्द होते हैं जो formally they get trained from a guru. And up until then, we are talking about early 1950s, only men ustads, the male teachers, could do Ganda Bandhan ceremony with the students. And that, in effect, would obviously mean that lesser women would be learning. Begum Akhtar Sahiba was the first teacher who became the ustani, and she chose to do the Ganda Bandhan ceremony for her students back then. One of her very senior students tells us a very interesting anecdote of when Begum Sahiba was visiting her in Delhi. She called her Dhoban home and said, "Iska naach aur gana dekhiye, she's a very good performer." And the Dhoban started performing. Begum Akhtar jumped and said, "This is a composition I'm going to perform. I will sing that composition for you and you will all be amazed." That was her beauty. She just picked compositions. Her repertoire included folk, it included classical, it included ghazals, and she elevated it to a level that even today in cinema finds space. We will end our section with this Thumri Dadra. बलम हुई जाए हमारी अटरिया पे आजा रे सावरिया देखा देखी तनिक हुई जाए हमारी अटरिया पे जो अभी शेर है, this was an addition by Begum. Very few people know that Begum was also a prolific writer. This insertion was by her. तसव्वुर में चले आते हो कुछ बातें भी होती शबे फुरकत भी होती है मुलाकातें भी होती हैं
let's, for all those who are probably listening to Begum Akhtar's ghazals for the first time, this introduction should probably be able to give you an insight into what the lady was. I remember one incident for sure, reading about it, Sarojini Naidu praising Begum Akhtar's voice. And I think by choosing this for the Inspire Awards beginning, it's been wonderful. Let's hear it once more for the artist, please. From this point onwards, we are going to people have joined in. Ikkada enta mandru Hyderabad, Andhra, Telangana nunchi vacharu. Maybe have a show of hands. I see familiar faces of Bangaloreans as well as and from Hyderabad, some icons as well. So I hope you're comfortably settled in because this evening is going to be a lot of learning and taking in those experiences. But for the welcome, for someone who's been a visionary, who's held and navigated Delhi press through the media landscape, and I do know what that must have taken. Let's welcome onto the stage Sri Paresh Nath. He's the founder, editor of Grihshobha, and also the editor-in-chief and publisher of the Delhi press. Mr. Paresh Nath.
Thank you everybody this evening. I think the mic is not working, is it? Yeah, thank you everybody and welcome. I'm very proud today for the second edition of Inspire Awards of Grihshobha. More than me, the awardees will be proud that Grihshobha, the magazine, which we started with a full commitment that women are not only confined to the kitchen of a house. Yes, they are homemakers, but they are much more than homemakers, and that was the idea from which Grihshobha started, and it succeeded to a great extent that when we started the first edition, after that within 5 years we started the Gujarati edition, and then few years ago, after that, Marathi, and by 93, we had Kannada also. And in Hindi, Gujarati, Marathi, Kannada, Grihshobha became the first and the largest selling magazines for women. After that, a gap of about 6-7 years, we started Malayalam, Tamil, Telugu, and Bangla. But by that time, the situation had changed, internet had come, government advertising had overtaken the commercial advertising, readers' interest had been diverted, but yet Grihshobha has continued its journey in 8 languages with the support of millions of our readers. And I thank today every one of our readers. And for this awards, I thank our sponsors. I thank all of you to be here. And I thank all my readers spread all across the country who have given us support, not only through Grihshobha, but also other magazines which start from Caravan, Sarita, Mukta, Champak, and then Grihshobha, Women's Era, Sarasalil, Manor Kaniya, Satyakatha, Motoring. All these magazines have their full commitment that the reader is the king, not even the advertiser. For a long time, we had been refusing advertising, and even today we refuse advertising of, say, pan masala or liquor, just because we think that these are the spoilers of the home, spoilers of women. They ultimately cost women their solace and their peace in the house. Grihshobha Awards have been instituted to honor those women who are known or may not be known to everyone, and we want to introduce them to the world over through our magazines, because all these awardees are duly given publicity in the magazine, and the word is spread, and I hope that the awards will bring a sense of satisfaction to everyone. I will not take much of your time. I thank all of you once again. I thank our sponsors also, and the awardees also who are present, and some of them who could not be present because of various reasons. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much.
Can we please ask you to stay back on stage? Yes. Can we have the mics on? Yeah. While I request Mr. Paresh to stay back on stage, one of the interesting things when it's a founder is to hear the story from the horse's mouth. So it was really good to hear जो आपने कहानी हमें बताई कि किस तरह से Grihshobha and Delhi Press really began their journey and expanded into many languages. I would now like to invite, as Mr. Paresh stays back on stage, the jury that had the task of selecting women of exceptional caliber. And therefore, please join me in welcoming, of course, some of the names that I take right now. For instance, of Satya Saran wasn't able to join us, but Satya Saran to speak about her, veteran journalist of over 30 years. She led Femina as editor for 17 years before becoming a full-time writer, curator of the Spaces Between Words Festival, and consulting editor at Penguin India. Satya, I hope this record reaches you, this recording rather. I'd like to invite Ms. Dilshad Master, a media veteran with 23 years across Star TV, UTV, and National Geographic. May we have Dilshad Master on stage, please. I'd also like to invite Ms. Padma Priya, celebrated actor, 46 films across 5 languages, National Award, special jury, multiple state and Filmfare Awards. I guess it would be great to have everyone center stage. Visibility always. So may I also invite Ms. Suparna Mitra, the former CEO of Titan's Watches and Wearables Divisions, a transformative leader who's driven innovation and growth, and this is one of India's most iconic lifestyle brands we're talking about. And of course, someone whose articles you might have read and loved as she paints the culturescape, Shobha Narayan, acclaimed author, journalist whose evocative writing spans travel, food, culture, with award-winning books such as Monsoon Diary and The Milk Lady of Bangalore. Shobha, welcome. May I also invite Ms. Richa Shah, editor of Champak and director, Delhi Press, the force behind India's most widely read children's magazine. We'd also like to acknowledge Ms. Nuria Ansari, President and Head of Strategy at Learning Links Foundation, as well as Ms. Surabhi Kanga. She's editor at the Karwan. She's a Ladli Media awardee. Both of them are unable to join us this evening. So yeah, I think the jury members certainly need flowers for doing the wonderful task that you all have done. On behalf of the jury, may I invite Dilshad to say a few words. Let's get a mic to you. Or you'd like to take the podium?
As Vasanthi said, the most important piece of jewelry, my glasses. Satya should have been here to give this introduction, so I'm filling in for her. The Grihshobha Inspire Awards is about spotlighting change makers, those ladies and the organizations they lead that are pushing boundaries, redefining impact, and inspiring all of us and others to do so and to do more. These awards celebrate real women with real stories, women who transform their communities quietly through persistence, kindness, and incredible strength. Being part of a platform that honors such authentic stories is incredibly rewarding, which is why I'm so happy to be back as a jury member of the Grihshobha Inspire Awards. The awards process itself follows an extremely rigorous and transparent two-stage process, and I would like to explain that very briefly to all of us here. In the first stage, an editorially generated long list is created, identifying individuals and organizations that doing truly impactful work across their fields. This long list is then reviewed by an internal jury who carefully evaluate and shortlist 3 to 4 nominees per category based on a very, very clear criteria. That's only the first stage. In the second stage, an independent external jury, that's us right here, comprising leaders and experts across domains, assesses the shortlisted nominees. Each jury member scores the nominees independently, ensuring fairness and balance. The final winners are determined purely on the basis of these compiled scores, tabulated by the Grihshobha team with utmost integrity. The process is both inspiring and, I have to say, incredibly challenging. How do you decide a winner from a long list of winners? Because every nominee brings remarkable passion, innovation, and purpose to what they have done and to what they continue to achieve. That's a testament to the depth and caliber of the individuals that have been recognized here today. And as a member of the jury, and I'm sure I speak for all the jury members associated with these awards, we are proud to uphold a process that celebrates excellence and creates national awareness for such an incredibly diverse array of women. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for an evening of powerful stories, incredible women, and pure inspiration. Welcome to the Grihshobha Inspire Awards.
Thank you so much, Dilshad, for getting us a peek and a glimpse into what the jury role looked like. Certainly not an easy one. Would really like to thank the jury for all your work. Thank you once again. And of course, during the course of the awards, you would be required to come back to the stage once again. Now, as we really take in all that Dilshad was sharing, there are so many stories around us, and we don't have to be really journalists or content creators to recognize this, isn't it? So now when I really formally, with all your permission, commence the awards segment of the Inspire Awards, yeah, we are certainly going to be all eyes and ears. But, aap taiyar hain? 2.5 people have spoken in the hall. Are you ready? All right, now I hear the energy, and therefore I shall tell you that the first award category, and before she comes onto the stage, we're going to be having a jhalak into her life story. Social impact icon. You've probably read her story and be moved by it. Some of you may have been absolutely impacted by the work that she does. She's based in a very beautiful city called Hyderabad. How many of you feel that Hyderabad is way better than Bangalore? No one dares say that because the camera is on you. Yeah, but secretly we say, yeah, not so much traffic, and actually the people are good, and yeah, many, many reasons to love this city and the citizen of that city. Now we begin with the Social Impact Icon Awards, Sunita Krishnan, and that's a film that's going to come up before us. And to present this award first, let's please welcome someone who's been, you know, again, an adorable Bangalorean, Madhu Natraj, award-winning choreographer, artpreneur, and mentor. Madhu, trained in Kathak under the tutelage of her mother, the legendary guru, Dr. Maya Rao, Guru Chitra Venugopal. Madhu Natraj has over 300 choreographies to her credit, and she's performed and designed events in 36 countries. Madhu, how's your passport looking? Yeah? One can guess. You see, she heads a globally acclaimed STEM, which is a space-time energy movement dance company and India's premier dance education center. the Natya Institute of Kathak and Choreography. She was awarded the Bismillah Khan Sahab Yuva Puraskar by the government of India. And as far as our local government is concerned, she was awarded the Karnataka Kalashri. And so Madhu, before we, of course, invite the first award winner, I think when we call art, how do you see really the connection between art and social impact? I think we should probably move a little bit towards. Yes, I think, though she has a very powerful presence, she just might need the mic. I'm just guessing. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. First of all, I must say I'm both really, really humbled and honored to be here, hearing the stories of these wonderful women. I believe as, a performer myself, an educator and a creative leader, of the arts, and that the cross-illumination between the arts and healing and creative energy and also transformation is huge. And I think something not really recognized. This is such a strong undercurrent that keeps our social fabric together. So I really believe in it, that the possibilities are limitless.
And I think that belief shows, Madhu. So before we actually watch the video, I have seen Madhu before she became all that was read about her. You want to share it with the audience where?
We were classmates in journalism.
And imagine journalism. So I think definitely the world of arts gained what journalism lost, for sure. That's a lovely classmate, articulating her views on art. May we now have the video, please?
A survivor turned savior, Padma Shri Ms. Sunitha Krishnan has transformed courage into a crusade. As co-founder of Prajwala, she has rescued and rehabilitated thousands of survivors of sex trafficking, restoring not just lives but lost identities. Fearless in the face of threats, she has shaped laws, trained law enforcers, and awakened a nation to the fight against gender-based violence. Her hashtag Shame the Rapist campaign sparked the movement that redefined both accountability and compassion. Grihshobha Inspire honors Ms. Sunitha Krishnan, our social impact icon, for her unwavering spirit and lifelong mission to restore dignity, justice, and hope.
Yes, keep the applause going. Chappatlu. Ravali, Inka Ravali. Yeah? There she is, Sunitha Krishnan. Welcome to the stage, Madhu. Here you are. Many congratulations for your awards. There you go. A crusader against human trafficking, founder of Prajwala, as you just heard, and the Inspire Award. Ladies and gentlemen, as a social impact icon for Sunitha Krishnan. Thank you, Madhu. But Sunitha, beyond what we saw really in the film, would you like to place it there? Because you'll also need, I don't mind holding these awards. This is called the anchor perk. Someone will crop this picture, it'll look like I am the icon. But Sunitha, here you are. I have heard you in that fora in Hyderabad. Statistics are staggering. But how do you see yourself in, let's say, as we go along in your own journey, and how do you see the impact that you've made?
Vasanthi, first of all, great honor to be recognized here in Bangalore. This is the city where I was born, and the presence of my mom and my family. So I feel very, very humbled. Thank you, Grihshobha, for recognizing, because I think recognizing me is also about recognizing the cause that I'm fighting for. I'm right now, Vasanthi, in a very scary space. I really don't know whether I have made any impact at all. 30 years back when I started my mission, rescuing girls from brothels, I would see a 12-year-old and cringe. How young. Now I see a 3-year-old,
Ouch.
and still I'm not able to cringe. Just very recently, and Vasanthi, you were there with us in Vijayawada when we
Yes.
released the research book. We did a research on how technology is enabling sex trafficking and human trafficking. And one of the biggest impact of that is the increased amount of child sexually abusive material, which is very, loosely called as child porn, has increased. There are more than 4 million videos of children. I happened to do a decoy operation when I was doing the research. And the youngest child I found in those videos being sexually exploited for commercial purposes is 6 months baby. So I don't know where I am. I don't know from where I started. Is there anything that I've moved forward? In fact, I feel there's a lot that we are moving backward to. So I think it's very important that everybody join together.
Sure.
Magazines like Grihshobha should now stand up for these kind of causes too, because this is something that is evolving every minute, every second.
Yeah.
It's not seeing an age. It is not discriminating between any human being. It's not the poor, it's not the rich, anybody. So I see a space where more young persons, more young women, more young children, and younger are getting at risk. And somebody like me has not even been able to touch it, even a speck of
And
it.
imagine if you are saying that. So before I let you go, do you want to quickly share what is it that individually as a citizen I can do? All of us, each of us can, when there's so much of sexually explicit material available on the phone, as you mentioned just now. Is there anything that we can do as family members, mothers, as a
I think
precaution?
first of all, each one of us needs to recognize that you're the problem. Your silence is the problem. When you choose to remain silent about abuse in your own families, sexual violence around you, because it's not about you or it's not happened to you or somebody that you know of, and it's about somebody else, why take the janjit? You're choosing to stand by a perpetrator. You're choosing to create an enabling environment of impunity. Please understand, your silence is costing this generation a lot. Please break that silence. Breaking that silence means speaking inside your own families, speaking up wherever possible. Every platform, you have your mobile phones, you have Twitter, your Insta Reels, anything that matters. Please break the silence. That's the first way to start.
Thank you so much, Sunitha Krishnan, and congratulations. More power to your work. It's just, so wonderful to have you at least give out this message and break the silence in your own way. Yes, so the award can go back to the rightful hands. Thank you once again. And thanks, of course, to Grihshobha to have enabled this. Yes, so we go on to the second. Okay, I have some very secret instructions. And therefore, I shall take a moment from you. And there is a scribble. I'm not very sure if I can read a good handwriting. Your English teacher is going to definitely complain. So I'm just going to come back to you to ask what this is. But meanwhile, I'm going over to the second category because it says, please do not call or call somebody else. But is it okay for me to call Kirti? Yes. All right. It's all in the family. Yes, of course. And thanks, of course, for having classmates together on screen. On a serious note, second award in the same category. We had the Social Impact Achiever, Kirti Jaykumar. I just want to confirm that Kirti is here. Kirti is here? All right. So then that was the message then, I think, to me. Therefore, we'll move to this third one. Yes. So for the folk heritage, we have an incredible person who wasn't able to join us today. But then this honor celebrates a custodian of India's folk traditions. And her name is Jama Malari, a folk heritage icon in the Grihshobha Inspire Awards. May we have the video, please, of Jama Malari.
Breaking the tradition's mold, Miss Jamma Mallari emerged as the first female artist of the ancient Ogu Katha storytelling form. Hailing from Telangana, she began her journey at age 11 by learning from her father and went on to master the songs, drums, and vibrant narratives. Through performance and mentorship, she ensures that this powerful folk ritual continues to resonate with new audiences and reflect the living soul of rural India. Grihshobha Inspire honors Miss Jamma Mallari, our folk heritage icon, for safeguarding India's cultural soul and inspiring future generations to carry its rhythm forward. Yes, applause can be a lot
More louder. So what if she wasn't able to join us? I'm so glad that more of us will walk away from this auditorium knowing about this woman as part of the Grihshobha Inspire Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, we move to the next category, and I hope this time I am able to see Neha in the room. Yes. So I'm very confidently therefore going to proceed with this segment. This is the Business Achiever Award, and it recognizes an entrepreneur redefining opportunities for women in the workplace. To present this award, please welcome Ms. Suparna Mitra. And interestingly, Suparna was a business icon of the inaugural Inspire Awards. It's almost like passing the baton. Let's have a mic for you, Suparna. In true Bangla tradition, should I say Shuparno? Shuparna?
Shuparna.
Shuparna. That would do. Okay. So, kichu jani. So, naturally, I'm going to try and... that's fine. So you've led large teams and brands, and I would like to know from you that what advice would you give to women aspiring to leadership? Because, that's sort of a glass ceiling which needs to shatter even more. So what advice would you like to give to women in, making their career paths?
So Vasanti, very recently I was speaking in another forum to 75 women who are N-1 and N-2, N being the top boss, and they all are aspiring CEOs. And I asked them, what do you think is coming in your way? Which is the biggest thing that you need to tackle? And guess what most of them said? Self-doubt. It's not out there. I mean, of course, there is, a lot of deep unconscious bias. There are lots of household family responsibilities which fall disproportionately on the woman. She has to manage a lot. But fundamentally, it's about believing that you can.
Sure, yeah.
And I think the second thing, and I'm, especially the last 5 years, become a very big believer in it, is the sisterhood. Because, when I started my career in 1992, there were so few women and almost no women bosses. It was very hard to kind of stay on, be resilient, keep at it. But now we have women in larger numbers, and it's important to get that solidarity. Just wanted to take 1 minute. Madeleine Albright, who was the Secretary of State of the US, she made one comment that there is a special place in hell for women who don't lift other women. And I would like to turn it upside down, or the other way around. I think there is a special place in heaven for women who lift other women.
For sure. On that very uplifting note, let's have now the winner in this category, Neha Bagaria. And of course, the video meanwhile can play as she comes and takes her place. At the helm of India's largest career engagement platform for women, Ms. Neha
Bagaria has reimagined what inclusion in business truly means. As founder and CEO of Her Key, formerly Jobs for Her, she has grown a bootstrap startup into a community serving over 3.5 million women and partnering with more than 10,000 companies. Under her leadership, the platform was backed by a $4 million funding round and expanded its mission from restart to start, restart and rise. Grihshobha Inspire honors Ms. Neha Bagaria for her bold vision, entrepreneurial grit and unwavering commitment to women's careers.
There you go. May we have both of you center stage. The Business Achiever Grihshobha Inspire Award goes to Neha Bagaria, and creating many more jobs for her is what we would also like to wish for both herself, her career trajectory, and India's greater good for sure. Thank you so much, Suparna. And yes, you can probably leave this here while we have a quick question for you. I mean, Suparna did mention that self-doubt is clearly among the top reasons for, women not rising to the top as much as they should. Do you feel that, I mean, is that your reading as well, given the thousands of jobs that you're creating, Neha?
Of course. I mean, and Suparna, thank you first of all. First of all, thank you so much. This is a really big honor. And a big thank you to Grihshobha, big thank you to Delhi Press Group, big thank you to you, Vasanti, and it was such a pleasure to get it from an industry stalwart like Suparna, so thank you for that too. The self-doubt that you spoke about, Suparna, I was sitting there and thinking that imagine you were referring to a group of women that were L-1, L-2 from being the top executives in a company. Now think about the self-doubt that a woman who has stopped working feels when she wants to get back to work. And that is really the genesis with which Jobs for Her and now Herky was formed. Because the numbers are staggering. When I started Jobs for Her 10 years ago, we had only 20% female labor force participation rate in India. That means only 20% of our qualified women were in the workforce.
Compare that to China, which is at 60%, USA at 55%, and male participation rates were 80%. So in that one statistic, you have why gender inequality exists in India, right? And luckily, I'm happy to say, and Sunita, please don't be dismayed by seeing the reality on the ground. Numbers do speak, and I'm sure you're seeing that impact every day too. In 2024, that number has moved from 20% to 37%. Okay, and that is a huge testament to the power that is getting unleashed in India. In fact, India has a stated goal that by 2030 we'll be at 50% in terms of female participation. Now, when that happens, that changes everything. But for that to happen, this self-doubt is what we need to remove. And I always say that women need a management degree of a whole different kind to be able to accelerate their career. They need guilt management, first and foremost. I mean, we joke that if you want to see a woman without guilt, find a man instead. Because you're either guilty about home or family or work itself.
Yes, and indeed that's so telling, but with you I hope and all the efforts that you're putting in, I hope that doubt is out. Thank you so much, Neha. Congratulations once again on this award.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
And with that, we move to the next category of awards, and I have great pleasure in sharing with you that this award is for the STEM icon, and I would like
to share with you all once again that this is Nigar Shaji, who is the winner of the STEM Icon Award. Before she comes onto the stage, because this is a category that celebrates brilliance in science and technology, women who quite literally aim for the stars. But to present this award, Madhu, if we can have you back, and the video that can be played to understand the life and achievement of Nigar.
A trailblazing figure in India's space story, Ms. Nigar Shaji has steered the country into the solar frontier. As project director of Aditya L1, the nation's first mission to study our sun, she has led with vision, precision, and quiet determination. With over 35 years at ISRO, her journey from the Tenkasi district in Tamil Nadu to the helm of a groundbreaking space observatory exemplifies India's ever-expanding scientific ambitions. Grihshobha Inspire honors Ms. Nigar Shaji, our STEM icon, for her exemplary leadership and her enduring contribution to science and discovery.
Nigar Shaji, may we have you on stage, and Madhu Natraj to give away this award, the STEM icon. Can you please move center stage? Both of you women, and Nigar from Tamil Nadu's Tenkasi Mavatam. As we saw, it must have been quite a journey. We are going to ask Nigar about that. The moment you hear the word or the acronym ISRO, we can't help but think of all those women who we have seen, right, celebrating, and that's an image for sure that stays. Nigar, if you could share, first of all, many congratulations. And I was at this Science Theatre Festival in Mysore. And Bitasta Das, who was moderating a panel, actually asked a bunch, a auditorium full of girls, school girls, name any Indian woman scientist who comes to your mind. And she asked this in Kannada as well. And I was really, really looking around at the room that the children who were otherwise so bright could not name. I mean, of course, Bidasa kept nudging. And she said that, okay, maybe even, so someone said Sunita Williams. Someone said, well, Sunita Williams is someone who's technically, not so much as Indian that what we see. But I want to flip this question to you and ask you that, when you decided to make your career, what was first of all, what was your dream and aspiration, and how tough was it to actually get to this side?
Okay, first of all, thank you, Delhi Press and for honoring me. And also, I'm so happy and to receive this award in my own city where I'm living for the last 35 years. And also, thanks, Grihshobha, for inspiring the women force of the country and motivating them. So, with that, what I am today, or how I chose a career, it is because of my parents. Okay, I dedicate all those, what I am today, to my parents, because my father, who inculcated in me an interest for the science and the mathematics, and he was undergrad in mathematics, and he used to tell me stories of inspiring women scientists, especially Madame Curie, and that was the story which inspired me, and I started growing with that story in my mind. That was my starting point. Later, I initially decided to continue my career in science, but later I felt technology. There is very few women those days when I took up technology. So I thought I'll change my career towards technology. That's the story.
Yes, I'm sure there's so much more unsaid, but this is all we have the time for. But would you like to take your father's name, Nigar? You spoke so much about him.
Yeah, Sheikh Miran.
I really, I'm so glad at fathers like him who inspire, and thanks to them, and really a huge shout out to all the fathers and the men in the room. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Nigar, and I'm sure the next time when we are, when we have, you want to, yes.
I just wanted to, because they spoke about the self-doubt, and so all it starts from home, I believe, because how you bring up your children, and it's the young childhood, because my parents never created a bias in my brother and myself, and even I came to know such a gender bias exists when I am in some 6th standard, 7th standard. So I was not even aware of such a bias exists. That's thanks to my parents who brought up like us. So I say that every one of us, we the parents, we are responsible for this unconscious bias, and let us promote that leave that bias and inculcate in our children. First, we start from home. That's what my request. Thank you.
Thank you. If we remove the biases from within our own family and inculcating all those values, truly sky is the limit. Congratulations once again, Nigar. The STEM icon, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it once again for her and that enabling system that she spoke about. We now move towards Krida, that is sports. So much has been the flavor of the day, and it's only fitting that the next category recognizes and applauds the Sports Achiever Award from Grihshobha Inspire, C.A. Bhavani Devi, who brought fencing into India's sporting spotlight. Before we have her, I'd like to invite once again back on stage Dilshad Master. Dilshad herself is such an embodiment of, a sporting spirit and more, as an adventurer who has conquered some of the world's highest peaks. In fact, even before we have Bhavani, a quick word from you, Dilshad, on what drives you, this whole spirit of taking up challenges?
First of all, I'd like to make a small correction. We don't conquer peaks. We bow in gratitude to them when they allow us to reach them. We never conquer nature, and that's the most important lesson I have learned, because every time I think that, oh, my strong lungs are going to take me, no problem. Nature's got its own message to give. What drives me? Honestly, it's just, I feel like we women have to do a lot more, a lot louder to be heard across the noise that you see around us, especially on digital. I try really, really hard to come on Instagram more often, but I just don't have the bandwidth because I have a 14-year-old. So now I'm focusing on her to make sure she grows up strong without self-doubt. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that, Suparna. I'm going to keep that in mind. Thank you.
And I'm sure the 14-year-old is going to aid your Instagram journey as well, so that you put out the story. Maybe have the film for Bhavani.
From Chennai to the global fencing stage, Miss C.A. Bhavani Devi has shattered norms and carved a path where few before her dared tread. As India's first Olympic fencer, she turned a sport rarely seen into national pride. With goals at the Commonwealth level and a historic bronze at the 2023 Asian Fencing Championships, she wields her saber with unmatched precision and purpose. Her journey is one of discipline, courage, and relentless ambition. Grihshobha Inspire honors our sports achiever Miss Bhavani Devi for redefining what's possible and inspiring a new generation to dream beyond boundaries.
May we have Bhavani on stage? Yes, and though of course we don't have Bhavani at the moment here, can we have her mother, Miss C.A. Ramani? Ma'am? Please, namaste, and can you please accept the award from Dilshad on behalf of your illustrious daughter. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the mother as much as the daughter who holds that prestigious award category. Thank you so much, Dilshad. आप शायद तमिल अच्छा அவங்களோட மெசேஜ் நீங்க எடுத்துட்டு வந்திருக்கீங்க இல்லையா? நீங்க please can you share it with us? நீங்க எங்க வாங்க. இப்போ உங்க நான் क्वेश्चन பண்றேன், நீங்க ஆன்சர் செய்றீங்க இல்லையா? சரி. உங்களுக்கு பவானி எவ்வளவு பிடிக்கும்?
எவ்வளவு பிடிக்கும்னா என்னோட லாஸ்ட் சைல்ட் அவ.
உங்களுக்கு எவ்வளவு குழந்தைங்கம்மா?
5 குழந்தைங்க.
ஓகே.
அதுல அவ லாஸ்ட். அவளை எவ்வளவு பிடிக்கும்னு நீங்களே கெஸ் பண்ணிக்கங்க.
So கடைசி கண்ணுக்குட்டி மாதிரி. It's like the little calf. Yeah. So in the மாதிரி fencing அவங்க sport, so of course she shared that Bhavani is the youngest of 5 children. இந்த fencing இந்த விளையாட்டுல அவங்க போர்ச்சு நீங்க உங்க மனசுல என்ன இருந்தது?
9 years old ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அவ போறச்ச அது ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டா போனா, டிஃபரண்டா இருக்கு அப்படி இப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு 6th ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் படிக்கும்போது போனா. அப்புறம் போயிட்டு அதில் கொஞ்சம் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் தமிழ்நாட்டிலேயே ஃபர்ஸ்ட் மெடல் வாங்கினா.
சூப்பர்.
2005ல
2005 she was the first medal that Bhavani
medal.
won in fencing. அவங்க வயசு இப்போ
30.
இப்போ 30 and up
20 years அதுல இருக்கா. பட் எஜுகேஷனலும் படிச்சிட்டு தான் இருக்கா. MBA முடிச்சிருக்கா. PhD போட்டிருக்கா.
Wow.
இதுவும் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கா.
So MBA, PhD along with a great career in sports. So நீங்க ஒரு தாயா நீங்க அவங்கள பாக்குறீங்க இல்லையா? உங்களுக்கு மனசுல எப்போது இது ஃபென்சிங் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஏதாவது கொஞ்சம் தயக்கம் ஏதாவது இருந்ததா?
தயக்கம்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட்ல எல்லாம் அடியப்படும், இப்போ அதெல்லாம் கிடையாது. அதுக்கு
தான் உங்க மாதிரி தான் பிரேவ். Thank you. ஏதாவது சொல்ல விரும்புறீங்களா?
இல்ல, இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஸ்டேஜ்ல இந்த மாதிரி ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் பிளேயரை கூப்பிட்டு ஆனர் பண்ணி கொடுக்கிறது எனக்கு ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருக்கு.
So Ramani Amma wants to really thank of course the people who are giving the awards. Thank you so much Ramani Amma. நீங்க அவங்க உங்களுக்கு என்ன சொன்னாங்க இந்த அவார்ட் வந்தப்போ?
இந்த மாதிரி சொன்னாங்க, அவார்டுக்கு நீங்க போய் வாங்குறீங்களான்ட்டு. கிளைமேட் வேற மாதிரி இருக்கு, கொஞ்சம் எனக்கு முடியல அப்படின்னு. இல்ல நீங்க போய் வாங்கிட்டு வாங்க அப்படின்னாங்க.
Great. So there is that award for your daughter. உங்க மகளுக்கு சொல்லுங்க. Can we really show this mother the total love for the daughter that she will carry back? இந்த ரூம்ல இருக்கிற எல்லாரும் எப்படி பாராட்டு தட்டி அவங்களுக்கு சொன்னாங்கன்னு கண்டிப்பா சொல்லுங்க. Thank you so much. Thank you ma'am. Absolutely endearing when a mother comes, and I mean of course she's more than an award deserving mother herself, because a sports career, as we all know ladies and gentlemen, is not the easiest one. I am not a sports person by any stretch. I probably participated in lemon and spoon in LKG. If there was an Olympic medal for that. All right, so on that note, we now move to the next award category, and this is Automotive Achiever. And the award goes to Aishwarya Pisse. She's a champion who has blazed her own trail, the first Indian woman to win a world title in motorsports. I invite Ms. Madhu Gupta, Executive Director, yes, please, of Power Grid Corporation, to join Dilshad, if we can have you once again, in presenting the award. And before that, if you can watch the film.
Defying every expectation in a male-dominated arena, Miss Aishwarya Pisse has shifted India's motorsport narrative with grit, speed, and precision. As a multiple-time national champion and the first Indian woman to clinch a world title at the FIM Bajaj World Cup, she races not just machines, but mindsets. With her sights set on the Dakar Rally and beyond, her leadership accelerates the future of Indian two-wheel motorsport. Grihshobha Inspire honors Miss Aishwarya Pisse for her trailblazing journey and unwavering drive to inspire the next generation.
Right, can we have Aishwarya on stage, please? We witness story after story of achievers in this part of this Inspire Awards. May I invite both the presenters as well as the award winner. Hello, and congratulations, Aishwarya. I cannot help but notice that people are twinning. Look at the coordination, I guess, among the presenters as well as the award winner. Please go ahead and let's applaud the Automotive Achiever Award, Aishwarya Pisse. There you go. Automotive Achiever, it says we are just going to have a word with Aishwarya. Thank you so much, Ms. Manju Gupta. And here is your mic, Aishwarya. I know it sounds like a cliche. I'm sure you must be getting it all the time. Oh, it's so male-dominated. But it is male-dominated, isn't it? So what's the, in terms of the dent that you have made, or let me say the mark you've managed to make in motorsports? Do you really see this trend changing? And how do you intend to have more women or inspire more women to come into this?
Firstly, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for this award. It's an honor to be here. As you said, yes, it's a male-dominated sport. In an era where we worship cricket, Olympics, and every other sport, it has not been an easy task to choose a sport that's unconventional. And
second one, which is male-dominated. When I started racing motorcycles, I was probably the only girl in a 62 grid of men. To today, it's evolving to see more 15 women in a full of grid into 2 different races like that. So,
Yeah. Never hold your applause back. Thank you. Yes.
so I think it has not been easy, but I think there has always been a change maker, a torchbearer. When I started, I didn't have an idol to look up to, and I aspire to be that idol for more women and more youngsters and more athletes to pick up a sport like this and to be able to bring more world championship laurels to our country.
So be it. Aisa hi ho, tathastu. And before we let you go, absolutely, I mean, that was a moment like it was nerve-wracking, or do you want to share that with us? I mean, real tough moment in your career.
So, I just won my 4th world title 2 weeks ago.
And where was this, if you could share some details?
It happened across different countries. The last 2 legs were in Portugal and Morocco. That's where I won my world championship. The moment that you asked, winning my first world title happened in 2019. 2018 was the first attempt that I went to participate in a world championship. I had a regular crash like in any other race. I picked up the bike, I finished the race, it was 10 kilometers before finish. They took me to the medical center and they said I cannot continue the race because I had ruptured my pancreas.
Oh.
So that was 1 month of staying in the hospital there without no family, with not knowing the language in Spain. That's when I started to plan how I want to get back and win the world title next year. So I think that was the worstest situation of being of an accident of being an athlete to winning my first world title on the same race that I had the accident in. I think.
Whoa! What a comeback! What a comeback! Congratulations once again. Really, that's great speaking. Thank you and congratulations once again. Yeah. As we hear stories such as what Aishwarya was sharing, when you thought that, okay, that's it, this is done, we can't continue anymore, and you pick yourself up and go on to become the champion, and that is the incredible story of this Inspire Choice Award winner. We do have the Editor's Choice Healthcare Leadership Award, and the winner is Dr. Kamini Rao, and it celebrates excellence in healthcare and medical innovation. Kamini Rao is no stranger to Bangaloreans. I think her son is here, I'm told. Yes, maybe have you on stage, please. Dr. Siddharth Rao. And to present this award, may I invite Mr. Paresh Nath once again on stage, the Editor-in-Chief and Publisher of Delhi Press. And before we actually have this, we could watch a short clip to know Dr. Kamini Rao's life story.
A pioneer in reproductive medicine, Dr. Kamini A. Rao has transformed countless lives through science, compassion, and innovation. Founder of Milan, the Fertility Center, she introduced several firsts in India, including South India's first semen bank, the country's first SIFT baby, and advanced ICSI and laser-assisted hatching techniques. A Padma Shri awardee, she continues to train and inspire future specialists through her Institute for Reproductive Health. The Grihshobha Editor's Choice Awards honor Dr. Kamini A. Rao for redefining fertility care and bringing hope to families across India.
Yes, could we have Dr. Siddharth Rao and Pareshi center stage? Would you like to share a few words, Dr. Siddharth Rao, on behalf of your mother? Yes.
Good evening, everybody. I just want to say that it's a huge honor for me to accept this award instead of my mother. And I hope she brings more laurels to our country and then inspires more women to continue to achieving and to come be honored like this like before. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm really glad that you could make it to receive this award. Dr. Kamini Rao, for those of you who know, is really such a dynamic force and has really contributed to the city's healthcare scenario as well. Now, moving on, we have this Editor's Choice Threads of Change Award. May we have Aparna Tyagarajan, co-founder of Shobhitam, an entrepreneur for empowering artisans as well as making ethnic wear elegant and accessible. And to give away this award, I would like to invite Sujit Chakraborty, former Senco Gold and Diamonds, please. Maybe meanwhile have the video playing.
As co-founder of Shobhitam, Ms. Aparna Tyagarajan is weaving India's rich handloom heritage into a global movement. With a background in technology and a passion for design, she blends tradition and innovation to empower artisan communities, revive craftsmanship, and make ethnic fashion accessible worldwide. The Grihshobha Editor's Choice Award honors Ms. Aparna Tyagarajan for bridging heritage and enterprise and turning threads into change.
Please join me in welcoming Aparna. And Mr. Sujit Chakraborty to present the award of Editor's Choice Threads of Change Award as part of Grihshobha Inspire. Thank you so much for doing the honors. Aparna, a quick word from you, because so many of us in the room are wearers, admirers of the Indian weave, very proudly carrying that. But what do you think is the future of Indian handloom, and how would you see this?
First off, a very, very good evening, and thanks to Grihshobha and the jury here for honoring me. It truly means a lot. And then look at the energy here, this is what really inspires me. Now, your question. Think of it, India has had such rich history, People around the world, used to come to India because we had so much artisanal heritage, not just in our textiles, but, all other art forms, be it architecture, art, and so on. But over the course of time, we sort of lost our identity, gave way to the West, until recently, international yoga studios got established, or Ayurveda got repackaged internationally. And that's when we said, there's so much to it. We don't need external validation. We don't need the West to validate us. And the beauty of our textiles is very similar, right?
Absolutely. And what you're wearing, of course, is almost a testament to what you're saying.
And that's where, Shobhitam, our brand, comes in. So we really are that platform for the second largest industry in India, the handloom arts and crafts industry. And this is the platform where we make, all these things artisanal, accessible to the world, not just through our saris, but, our Indo-Western attire, blouses, jewelry, and so much more.
Thank you, and more power to your work. Let's hear it once again for the winner of this award. Thank you so much. Yes. And as the award that you won this evening reaches your hands, I'm going to be moving to the next category. And indeed, in the Grihshobha Inspire Awards, we are moving from the very traditional sector into something that has a vibe of energy and that keeps us moving. Can you guess this fit? Yes. Suddenly there is more noise and energy in this room. Well, in the award category, Atmiyare, Mahileyare, Sajjanare, this is the content creator, health and fitness category. And with a great deal of verve and energy, it will need to even announce this name because that's what she stands for. And the award winner in this category is Dinaz Verbat. We now move to the digital realm, and before we invite her on stage to present this award to Dinaz, may I invite Miss Richa Shah, the editor of Champak. Richa, before we invite the fit and energetic fitness champ on stage, you and I have to really show all our, we have to make her proud. I guess we have a responsibility in that sense. But I'm going to ask you about the Champak brand, which is so endearing. How many of us actually had Champak subscriptions and still going strong? Maybe hear it for that adorable brand and the people behind it. But as the editor of Champak, which is now negotiating a very new media landscape, so I want to ask you, what do you think, driving the digital content means that truly makes a difference?
Thank you everyone for being here today, and it was a pleasure to see so many hands being raised up, to know that all of you were subscribers of the children's magazine Champak. It's very heartening, and I hope that your children, your grandchildren, and are also readers of the magazine. That is very, very important to us.
Aaj hi jaan subscribe kare.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Vasanti. What was the question again, Vasanti?
No, I know, because Champak has moved from the print realm into the digital one. So what was the tough part for you to negotiate that landscape?
So,
besides changing readers, right?
Yeah, we have strategically not moved into completely audiovisual. The magazine is still available as print to the child. It comes twice a month in 4 languages, and in 4 languages it is monthly. Our idea is that children must read, because if you don't read, foundational literacy and numeracy is not inculcated. So children who don't read will be left behind, and that's why you have many countries like Australia and the European Union actually making it mandatory for banning all content on the audiovisual medium. So this is something, as ma'am said, that speak up, I would say read up. Listen, because that's how we as human beings have learned. We learn through a process called LSRW, which is listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And the more you listen, the more you read, the more you speak, and finally writing is the last skill that you will reach up to. So read whatever you can, make your children read whatever you can, subscribe, go to a library. The more you read, the better your cognitive skills will be, the better you will become a STEM scientist out here, you will become a better worker. I'm very, very sure, I have seen it with my own children. COVID was one of those inflection points where the children had to move from reading and writing, which is a kinesthetic development that happens in the brain, into an audiovisual medium, and it was very difficult for children. So now more and more you have schools asking, you have even IGCSE boards, CBSE boards, IB boards saying that we will have exam in the written form. And that is because this is how this 10,000 years of, or maybe longer years of human development has taken place, where we have actually worked with our hands.
Yes, and
so
of course,
reading is a must. And having said that, in terms of audio, we have now short stories on Audible. We will be there on many other platforms. And this year, because there are so many, so Champak is going where the reader is, but primarily where you can make her read. So Champak is going where the reader is, but primarily where you can make her read or him read. So thank you.
Great. So Champak is starting its own journey, but somebody who's actually scripting history. Let's take a moment to
watch that on film.
A Guinness World Record holder and wellness entrepreneur, Ms. Dinaz Vervatwala has redefined fitness through her belief of 80% mindset, 20% physical transformation. She set the record for a 26-hour non-stop aerobics marathon and led the world's largest Zumba and Bollywood dance classes. From designing inclusive, sustainable fitness programs and mentoring elite athletes to empowering women trainers and making wellness fun and accessible, her journey inspires thousands. Grihshobha Inspire honors Ms. Dinaz Vervatwala, who embodies the spirit of wellness with purpose.
Please join me in welcoming onto the stage the Grihshobha Inspire Award champion in this category of digital content creator, Dinaz Vervatwala. I love stories of mistaken identities, I told you. Yes, so that is two absolutely happy women and who've really charted success in their territory. And how, congratulations, Dinaz, once again, while we have the Inspire Grihshobha Awards given out to you. Dinaz, this is again one more award I wouldn't have minded holding. I'll tell you, there's a special reason. But this moment belongs to you. And I just want you to really, I mean, first of all, you want to say something, and then I have my question.
Deep gratitude to Grihshobha Awards for this honor, really and truly, and especially receiving it here and with you here and our entire community of here to receive. I dedicate this award to my husband, my children, my son who's been very instrumental in doing the digital work with me, and most important, our community members who are here today and all the community members who are all around the country. So, and especially getting it from you, Vasanti. We work together, and
I was wanting to reserve this to the last, and I promise this is Grihshobha's absolute coincidence. First classmate and now guru. She's my fitness instructor. She is, besides to thousands and lakhs of Indians, it's almost like a mission, and that is something which I'm eyewitness to every morning or every other morning, even when I'm traveling and in election travel in Jammu Kashmir. That's a level of inspiration she has for me and so many others. But Dinaz, I really want to take the liberty of asking you to share with them that when people go and into a wedding, and especially the feast section, how are they supposed to negotiate that? I mean, what is your advice that you usually give us that you want to probably, the nation must know?
I think what all of you should know is what I really do. When I go to a very big spread for at a wedding or a buffet, I just stick to my dal, rice, and my sabzi, and I just feel satisfied with what I have and not let temptation come in the way, because health, there cannot be anything bigger than health and peace and happiness. And I always tell my students that money can buy everything. Money can buy even health today, but money cannot buy peace and happiness. So guys, please, please, please look after your health. Your body is your temple, and you have to really look after it.
Yeah, so one quick question before we let you go is that, you've always focused on the importance of mind programming. A lot of people think that it's to do with the body, you do your weight and strengths, but you have, so why is that? And then what was the inflection point in your career when you probably realized this and have shared this message out there, Dinaz?
I think the turning point in my life was, it was all about fitness, and in 2005 when I met with a major fire accident, I was down to 53% burns, and from a fit body to a burned body, as you can well imagine, I thought the earth under me had just disappeared. But the doctors gave up, but I did not, and I told myself that my body is burned, but my mind is not. And that day, I dug into the power of my mind. And today, my strongest message to each and every person who's here in this room today is that it's just not life, it's the quality of life. Work on your emotions, work on your mind, and the body will follow. Thank you.
Thank you, and many congratulations to you once again, Dinaz. It's been a pleasure, of course. It's your award is coming back to your hands.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and I think definitely the kind of messages that she has shared will make all of you, weddings will never be the same again. All of you are just going to say, look the other way and just go and have your simple dal chawal and come. Is that a promise? No. Yeah, people are doing a special asana which goes like this. Right, so but then there is, of course, a prize to be earned if you do that, and you saw Dinaz. Meanwhile, there are more chits that are coming my way. I'm going to take a moment. Now I know. And with so many sheets. Yes. All right. So I think I have heard her right, and therefore, let me flip the page and then come to this category, which is again of content creator, but this is of body positivity. And the winner in this category is Divya Vikram, a creator who's redefining confidence and inclusivity. But before she comes on stage to present the award, ladies and gentlemen, may I request Ms. Farah Khan, Director, Agrotech Private Limited, Farah, if you're here, to give away this award. So I'm just going to quietly sneak back once more and then find out. So what were we saying? I think we should talk about the weather. Never about this thing, you know, which is very smooth in Bangalore. I don't know why people complain, traffic and... No, the roads are absolutely... Didn't you all see during the Deepavali weekend how it was? Smooth as benne. It's just, you could glide. Okay, so I shall know in 10 seconds what I'm supposed to share with you. Acha, Richa ji ko fir se bulana hai. Haan, Richa. So then, let's have the film so that we can know Divya's story, please.
Known to her followers as Snazzy Tamilachi, Miss Divya Vikram has transformed personal pain into purpose, redefining how India sees body image and confidence. Through her bold, unapologetic presence on YouTube and Instagram, she celebrates body diversity, challenges beauty stereotypes, and reminds women that strength and style come in every size. Her content radiates joy, self-love, and authenticity. Grihshobha Inspire honors Ms. Divya Vikram, our digital content creator, Body Positivity, for empowering women to embrace themselves wholly and unapologetically.
Absolutely. Divya, where are you? Can't wait to... Unless, of course, I have another chit, which... I'm so glad. Let's hear it for the Snazzy Tamilachi. Divya, the award that's coming your way, Grihshobha Inspire Award, Digital Content Creator for Body Positivity. And the winner this time is Divya Vikram. Thank you, Richa. Thank you so much for doing the honors. And I have the mic ready because one can't wait to hear your story, Divya. Here is where you belong. And the moves that you are making, is it possible for you to just show us a bit of such absolutely pulsating dance step that you did? Or are you feeling shy at the moment? No, come on. Yeah. But only thing is, claps ka music rahega, hai na? Konja anda, ipdi kai tattalukku oru... Wow. Wow. How did you start to share your story? I mean, was there some hesitation? Because a lot of people we know deal with body image. And Divya, so Ninga, how did you cross that, let's say, barrier? Or I don't know what it was. Was it a mindset? Or were you just ready to take off?
Hi all. Thanks to Grihshobha and all the jury members for this wonderful award, because the most important thing in the world is to be appreciated and recognized for the hard work which we are doing.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
In that way, I'm feeling very happy and proud. And I'm very happy to receive this award in Bangalore because I have started my very important new chapter of my life as Mrs. Divya here.
Oh.
So I have so many romantic memories here. So I want to just share with you. From the childhood, I have faced so many trolls, negative comments, body shaming. As a dancer, I have enrolled myself in many college, school dance competition. Even before my performance, they prejudged me with my appearance. But I have controlled myself with a mantra. Just wait for some more minutes. You will see the magic. Then after the performance, the same person who trolled me, the same person who gave that negative comments, gave the standing ovation for me. Then I realized, see, the real talent will nullify all the negative energy around you and make you feel proud and positive. That's why I'm here. Then I started doing this influencing thing because many people, those are very talented, they are having so many inferiority complex with them. They are not coming out of their shell. So when I am performing a dance, see, Divya is performing a dance with this body. Then why can't you? Just come out of the shell. That's what I'm doing. Till my last breath, I will do this.
Keep dancing. Keep being yourself. Keep being your gorgeous, radiant, vibrating, pulsating self. Ladies and gentlemen, very richly deserved. And of course, congratulations on being this Mrs. Divya. Bangalore is known as a city of new beginnings, not for nothing. So once again, congratulations,
Thank
Divya.
you.
Where edavadu sollanona, this is the time.
See, I'm not against fit and all. That should not come from others' influence. You should realize and you have to do that. Okay. So meanwhile, from the fat to fit journey, it doesn't mean you should not wear the favorite outfit you love. It's not mean you should not do anything which bullify or make others to mock at you. Just love what you love to do. God has given this beautiful life. Okay, irrespective of the shape, color, texture, just rock it. That's it.
Absolutely. In fact, I'm sure this resonates. Whatever she's saying resonates so much with each one of us. And of course, it's also something, Dinaz, you keep saying. We start with saying, love yourself, love your body. And this message, I'm sure, is going to really reach many, many women who need to hear it, but were never really satisfied, who think they're not enough, but more than enough. Once again, congratulations to Divya. And one could really watch her endlessly, man. It was such pure joy. Thank you once again. The Content Creator Body Positivity Award as part of Grihshobha Inspire to Divya Vikram. I can see that with every story, we are really, it's getting so much deeper. It's almost philosophical at one level. And before we have the world of entertainment enter this award category, a quick word backstage. You almost heard me whisper because there's no switching off the headset. Yeah, right? So I'm just going to make sure that I'm getting the right name. So therefore, one quick final check. And we have, yeah? Okay. Okay. Speak about empowerment through entertainment. Because, yes, that's the next category we are entering. And someone who's really portrayed roles on screen and even off screen exudes this power. Parvati Tiruvatu, their empowerment in this category. But before we invite, we are going to be inviting on stage someone who you saw as jury, Shobha Narayan and Shri Paresh ji, if you can please come on stage to present this very special award. As they make their way onto the stage, I think we've not had a word with Shobha yet, so we're just going to have a quick word on that as well as, and then have the film before we invite the award winner. The moment you see the way Shobha has draped herself, it almost, even if you have never read her absolutely fantastic columns or writings or even the book that you have, it's so much things of culture and tradition and cuisine and everything coming together. Shobha, who are the deepest influences in your life that makes you who you are? We can probably move a little in the center.
So I think traditionally for young girls, where we are raised and who we are raised by is a big influence. But I think for me, now my daughters are my biggest influence because they push back in a way that I was not used to or taught to push back. So I think I'm in my 50s. to look back is not helpful. I think to look forward at the next generation of young women that are occupying this auditorium and this stage is useful, because the world they inhabit is very different from the world I inhabited. So to talk about the good old days is not helpful to us.
Not dwelling in the past, and very rightly put there. May we have a film to let us know Parvati's story?
With over 70 films spanning Malayalam, Tamil, Kannada and Hindi, Miss Parvati Thiruvuttu stands at the forefront of Indian cinema. A recipient of a National Film Award Special Mention, 2 Kerala State Film Awards and 5 Filmfare Awards South, she has delivered unforgettable performances in Bangalore Days, Enuinte Moedin, Take Off and Pudu. A founding member of the Women in Cinema Collective, she also champions gender equality behind the camera. Grihshobha Inspire honors Miss Parvati Thiruvuttu, our entertainment icon, for redefining performance and inspiring new stories.
Parvati, can we have you on stage as we... And Shobha and Mr. Paresh, if you can. Absolutely worth every step that you've taken. Parvati, many congratulations as you win the Empowerment Through Entertainment On-Screen Grihshobha Inspire Award. I see a silence in this room. Maybe when sometimes we are so blown away by the moment that silence is our response for all the admiration and appreciation. Thank you, Shobha, and thank you, Mr. Paresh. Parvati, one could really, it's almost very tempting for me to start off an interview, and I'm telling myself it's okay. Go easy, just ask her one question and then let her go. Yeah.
You can ask me many.
Many, right? Yeah. It's okay. None of us have to go home. Come on. Yeah, but Parvati, one of the things which always strikes me that, the Women in Cinema Collective, I mean, we were all, those of us who are watching in the news, and I know like Dhanya is here, and one is to see it as news. But you were making that happen, and now how do you actually see it impacting the film ecosystem itself?
Thank you for the question. That's wonderful. But before that, I would want to thank this room for the wonderful people who are cheering us so loudly. Thank you so much. To Delhi Press and Grihshobha for this honor. To this lovely jury who saw everything that I've done in the last 2 decades as worthy of this honor. Thank you, Padma Priya, who is also my darling friend and fellow comrade in the collective. Dhanya as well, who's also witnessed as a wonderful ally and as a best friend. Thank you for being here. I'll circle back to your question real quick, but I was sitting there and watching and what a wonderful format too. This feels like such a, I hope this come across well, like a living room situation where we're all just having a conversation.
Exactly.
It doesn't feel like, there is no othering in this room, and that feels like more equitable, more like a big giant hug. So that feels like a great energy.
Thank you.
And I also see the categories in this award is so inspirational. And I was just thinking today, as an artist, as an actor, who uses her body and mind and every available resource in order to bring a character to life. Every category that we have seen here, the women who have won, everything that they've said has actually held me in good stead. I try going rock climbing. I haven't actually gone to a summit, but the idea, the philosophy of learning to face your fears up in the heights is very profound for me, and it's very humbling. And one needs to learn through physical activity and movement and embracing your own culture in the saris you wear, in the outfits you wear. Slowly, as you grow old, every aspect of every category that has impacted me as an artist to bring my best self. So I'm so happy to see all these categories being honored on the stage. To your question, how has it impacted? It is continuing. It is this ever-flowing. I truly believe Women in Cinema Collective was a movement that it was almost like written, it had to happen in that moment. And we were chosen by the movement. It could have happened any other time. It is not ours to keep. It is not a single human or a woman who came together, of the 16 of us who came together. It's not ours to say that, oh, we decided. No, the movement chose us, and in every single wave of the movement, another set of people would be chosen, and our job is to be there to hold the door open as that happens, as each wave comes in. So I am a lot less cynical, but also a lot less optimistic, equally, in equal parts these days.
We'll take some time to process that.
Yeah, it's a bit of an oxymoronish space that I went to. But I do feel like there is absolutely nothing that can hold us back any longer. Especially, I can't remember who said this, it's like as long as you are truthful to staying true to your center, no matter what binary our society is trying to sell us. The fact that if we stay true to ourselves, we are told that it's selfish. But I believe that it's the most selfless act you can do is to center yourself first in your life, and thereby committing to yourself and getting the best out of yourself. And that's the only way you can have the capacity for the whole world.
Right.
That's the only way that you can be there for yourself and then hold. And that's a very confusing binary, because patriarchy has really benefited with the separation of self and the society. And for us women to unlearn, I'm 37 years old, and I feel like I'm just constant process of unlearning everything that I've learned all these 37 years. And much like Shobha ma'am, what you said, I'm actually learning from all the Gen Alpha, Beta, Gammas as well these days. So there is a lot that I'm learning. Hindsight is a wonderful gift as well. It is a very painful, sometimes pricking gift. But I do look forward with a lot of hope that there is no other way. The collective came together because as women, we decided that there is no way that we are going to be told to leave a profession that we truly enjoy and we are highly skilled to do, just because we ask for equality and fairness. It was a decision. So once you make a decision and we commit to it, there was no going back, because staying without dignity was absolutely a no-go for us. And we were persevering back then, and we are persevering, and we are still here now, so.
Proud of what you have achieved. I think you've not only just set it for, let's say, Kerala or the South, but you know, it's really, I'm sure, inspiring for so many others. One quick question before I let you go is that, you know, sometimes this intellect and this whole principle that you have, or you know, as a person, all of us have a set of ethics. Has it come in your way of actually a good role you had to let go because it's like?
No, actually, it's one of the most beautiful things about acting, just generally, not just in films, is that it does force you to exercise the muscle of empathy in you. So even if you sort of, as humans, we do judge and we do sort of think of ourselves as better off sometimes, and we find vain things as stupid for some reason. Oh, if you like makeup, you're not exactly like the Buddhijeevi, or you're not exactly intelligent. I'm like, who decided this mutual exclusiveness? I am not sure. But this profession has always kept me in the center of not wanting to judge. So I would like to play every kind of human that exists, to understand where they come from, what their motivation to be that person is. However, does another person choose to not give me a role because I look a certain way or speak a certain way? That's on them. That's on their conscience.
That's their problem,
that's
for sure.
That's their problem. So
but you've been a path breaker. Congratulations once again.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Let's hear it for Parvati once more. And in fact, many of the things that you were explaining, Parvati, I actually see a future spiritual content creator as well. Somebody who has so much to offer, coming from her experience, and makes a lot of sense, and will also impact the kind of cinema that you and I will see. Very proud of this award winner, as we are of every other award winner at the Grihshobha Inspire Awards category. And this actually means that it's a 1 second break time. All right, which means that you have to verify it with the person who knows it the best. Because this is what happens with anchors and moderators. We just really step in the last minute. In case you didn't know the behind the scenes, let me just break some of the illusions that we know it all, we are in command of the situation, in control. Not at all. We just surrender to the moment, like I heard somebody say, and therefore you just go with the flow, as well as wait for the right sheet to come into your hands, and then you pretend like you know it all again, and you're back in control. And therefore, the Empowerment Through Entertainment Award, the next one, goes to Yashoda Prakash, and this next award recognizes powerful voices behind the screen who shape women-centric storytelling. And to present this award, may I invite Suparna once again and Padma Priya on stage, please. We can also have the video come up, but we haven't spoken to Padma Priya yet, so I think we can also use that time to, I'm just going to keep it very, very simple. You've seen every of this award and at a very deeper level. What is it that you feel like sharing with this audience at this moment? Like, what are the emotions that pass through you, having heard so many stories and been more involved in this whole process?
Thanks. Firstly, I think, just like Sunita said earlier, kudos to Grihshobha for actually creating this platform. For me personally, it's been a huge privilege to be on this jury panel and see and learn from such amazing panel members. But more importantly, in our own journey, especially since the time I joined the collective, cinema is a very individualistic, fragmented industry. You live your life as an actor, you move from project to project. You rarely build bonds and relationships. It was the first time with the Women in Cinema Collective that I found my fellow sisters. And it's probably through the Grihshobha Inspire Awards that I came to know about so many women across so many vocations, just like Parvati said, and with such diverse journeys, that it's just a humbling experience to know what all remains to be done, what all remains to just to reflect on these so many successes that we are having around us. And those successes may seem like, whether it be in the space of science, where it's just happening in its own little silo, and you think that it's not, but actually in that little workspace, she's making that difference. And
Surely.
That's so reassuring to me, that all our efforts in one which way or the other, in spite of the fact that we're 131 out of 148 in the global gender gap index across the world, with 131 being on the lower side, it still feels reassuring. And that moment of reflection and inspiration is so important for us to move on as we go ahead. So yeah, that's about that. And I think we should just, I'm like super excited to see the next winner.
Great, and coming from a jury member, I think that whole process that she describes sets the stage. Maybe have the film so that we can invite the winner on stage now.
A trailblazer behind the camera, Miss Yashoda Prakash Kottukatira has carved her place in Kannada cinema as a voice for empowerment and inclusion. Her film Kandilu, The Ray of Hope, which won the National Award for Best Kannada Feature Film, highlights women's resilience and social justice. As one of the few women directors from Kodagu, she inspires others to lead, create, and challenge convention. Grihshobha Inspire honors Miss Yashoda Prakash Kottukatira for transforming storytelling into a force for change.
Let's now hear it for Yashoda Prakash Kottukatira. You saw her probably with the beautiful Kodava drape, and she's making her way up. Yes, the applause can of course keep coming as she receives this very special award. And Suparna and Padma Priya are here to do the honors. Yes, here you are, and while we thank the award presenters, the mic is very much yours. ಅಂದರೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಚಿತ್ರರಂಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಮಹಿಳೆಯರನ್ನ ನಾವು at least ಮುಂಚೆ, I mean, we've had always very powerful performers or directors who brought out very powerful women-led roles. ಯಶೋಧ, ಆದರೆ ನೀವು ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಚಿತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡೀಲು ಅಂತ ಇದು ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಡ್ರೈವಿಂಗ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ವುಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಟು ಶೇರ್ ವಿತ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್ ಇವತ್ತು?
Good evening, everyone. I truly honored to take this award. Thank you, Grihshobha. Thank you, Delhi Press. Thank you recognizing me. I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt dignity to my parents and my family, to everyone. Okay, ನೀವು ಇವಾಗ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಕಂದೀಲು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಹೌದು, ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಫಿಲ್ಮ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು 10 years ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಏನು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆ ಥರ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಕೂರ್ಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕೂರ್ಗಿಂದ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಜಾಬ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇವಾಗ ಕೂಡ ಫ್ರಮ್ 20 years ಐ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ. ಮನೆ, ಮಕ್ಕಳು, ಆಫೀಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ ಫುಲ್ ಬ್ಯುಸಿ. ಬಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡ್ ಮೂವಿ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರು, ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ನಾನು ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಏನಂದರೆ ಕೊಡಗಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಕೊಡವ ಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಕೊಡವ ಭಾಷೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲಿಗೆ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಡ್ರೀಮ್.
ಖಂಡಿತ.
ಓಕೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ತುಂಬ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಿದೆ, ಕೊಡವ ಕೂರ್ಗೀಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ 1.5 lakhs ಕೂಡ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲ, ಜನರು ತುಂಬ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಕಲ್ಚರ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾಷೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಕೂಡ ಹಾಗೆ ಕಳೆದೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಉಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಬೆಳೆಸಬೇಕು, ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ತನಕ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ವೇ ಅನಿಸಿದ್ದು ಸಿನಿಮಾ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಕೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಬ್ಯಾಕಾಗಿ ಕ್ಯಾಚಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸೋದು. ಕೊಡವ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಕಲಿತಾ ನನಗೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ನನಗನ್ಸಿದ್ದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ಗಳಿರೋ ಮೂವಿಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ಫುಲ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್, ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ತೊಗೊಬೇಕು. ಮೂವಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಇದ್ದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸಿಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಹಾಗೆ ನಾನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೂವಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ರಂಗಪ್ರವೇಶ ಅಂತ. ಸುಮನಗರಕರ್ ಅವರು, ಬೆಳ್ದಿಂಗಳ ಬಾಲೆ ಅವರು, ಅವ್ರು ಮೇಯ್ನ್ ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಮೂವಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಂದೀಲು. ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಒಂದು ನಂದೇನು ನೇಚರ್ ಅಂದರೆ, ಏನೇ ವರ್ಕ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಕೂಡ 100% ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ, ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೇನು ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು 100% ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ. ಕಂದೀಲು ಮಾಡುವಾಗಲೂ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. 100% ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫುಲ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಫುಲ್ ಟೀಮ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಬಂತು, ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಟೀಮ್ಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಂಗ್ರ್ಯಾಚುಲೇಷನ್ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇನೆಂದರೆ, ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಗುರುತಿಸಿದ್ರಿ, ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿದೆ, ಒಂದು ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಹೇಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಬಂತು, ಹೇಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಏನೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಜೂರಿಸ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಏನೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಮೆಸೇಜು ಕಾಲ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನನಗೆ ಶಾಕ್ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತು, ಹೇಗೆ ತಲುಪ್ತು ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ನನಗೆ ಈಸಿ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು
finds its way to deserving winners, Khandita Yashoda. That's why you didn't have to nominate yourself, apply, and that says so much about the Inspire Awards ಕೂಡ.
ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೈರ್ ಅದು ನಾನೇನಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಒಂದು 2 ಲೈನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಷಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನನಗೊಂದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ನಂದು ರೈಟ್ ಲೆಗ್ ಆಂಪ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಬೋನಿ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೇರಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಲೆಗ್. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಹಾಡ್ತಾ ಓಡ್ತಾ ಬೆಳೆದಿದ್ದವಳು ಫಸ್ಟ್ PUC ಆವಾಗ. ಬಟ್ ಆವಾಗ ಬೇಜಾರಾಗಿದ್ದು ನಿಜ, ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಜ. ಬಟ್ ಆವಾಗ ಅನ್ಸಿದ್ದೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ನನಗೆ ಓಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ನಡಿಬೋದು ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಓಕೆನಾ. ನನಗೆ ಬೇರೆದೇನು ಕಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಲೈಫು ನಾನು ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತು. ನನಗೆ ಯಾರನ್ನ ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೈರ್ ಆಗಿ ತೊಗೊಂಡೋ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಲೈಫ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್, ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಅಚೀವ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಬಂದು ಇವತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಏನೇನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ತೊಗೊಬಾರ್ದು, ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಒಂದು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ನ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಮುಂದೆ ಲೈಫನ್ನ ಲೀಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಹಾನರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ತುಂಬ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ. I just want to translate give you a gist and summary of what Yashoda was sharing for those in the room who aren't from here. She said that the reason why she entered movies was to represent Kodava culture. I mean, we are so proud proud of Kodavas, and many people choose Coorg as a holiday destination, but I think you should also make an effort to know the people, that proud race that just stands for so many values, and of course also called the warrior race. I mean, so much representation in the defense forces as well. And to quickly say that she shared about the accident, and she said that on her right leg, in fact, it is an artificial leg that she is standing on. And this is an accident that she met while she was a first PUC student. But then she said that I have to become something. I mean, I can't let this define me. And there she is. Almost off the award as we have the penultimate. Mattumme nimge abhinandanegalu, and thank you so much. Did you want to share something? You've done this. Okay, thank you. And therefore, we can have the award. We look forward to having more and more from Yashoda's creations and the women-centric roles that she has stood for. All right, so I guess this is the final one. This is the final one. Okay, so Yashoda avara prashasti ille elladru irbeku anta ankoltini. Can we have this, please? Yeah. I see. Do you want to have makkalu illi? Ajja, ajja. Congratulations once again. I think this is the delightful part of this evening, to have very real moments. These are not rehearsed or staged, and we come to this final award category. Okay, so the next, or rather the last award category, the winner is someone who you and I have watched probably for 1, 2, 3 decades for sure. If you have watched Tamil, Malayalam, even Kannada movies. Maybe in Tamil, if I can start with Michael Madana Kamarajan. Yeah. So I could, yaudu? Shravana Bantu. So ee tara ondu abhinetri namma, she is certainly, it's almost like the crown jewel of many of the award categories here. And it honors a living legend of Indian cinema. She is not here to pick up the award, but her daughter is with us. And I'm speaking about the one and only, Obbre, Urvashi, the actor who has graced almost 750 films across Malayalam, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, even Hindi cinema. May we have Urvashi, our profile first, and then of course I'm told that there's also a little speech she sent for us.
A living legend of Indian cinema, Miss Urvashi has illuminated screens for over 4 decades with almost 750 films spanning Malayalam, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada and Hindi. From her breakthrough in a leading role in Mundanai Mudichu to acclaimed roles in Achuvinte Amma, Midunam and Ulludoku, she has portrayed women with a rare authenticity, humor and emotional power. A 2-time National Award and 6-time Kerala State Award winner, her craft has shaped generations of performers and redefined the possibilities of female stardom. Grihshobha Inspire honors Miss Urvashi, our entertainment icon, for turning cinema into a mirror of strength, soul, and timeless artistry.
Narayan, if we can have you on stage once again to give away this award, may I also invite Teja Lakshmi. She's here with us to receive this award. I'm sure Urvashi was not going to even hear this applause wherever she is. Guys, we've got to really have it better, and as her daughter comes forward to receive this award for the entertainment icon, I request both of you to be center stage as the Grihshobha Inspire Awards comes your way. Shobha? I just want to do a quick check. Is there the acceptance video? Yeah.
നമസ്കാരം. ഗൃഹശോഭ ഇന്ത്യയിൽ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ സർക്കുലേഷനുള്ള വിമൻസ് മാഗസീനാണ്. ആദ്യമായിട്ട് അവർ പല മേഖലകളിൽ പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്ന സ്ത്രീകൾക്കായിട്ട് അവാർഡ് ഏർപ്പെടുത്തിയിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അതിലൊരു അവാർഡ് എനിക്കും കിട്ടിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. എനിക്കത് വളരെ സന്തോഷമുണ്ട്. ഗൃഹശോഭയുടെ തന്നെ കാരവൻ ഉൾപ്പെടെ പ്രാദേശിക ഭാഷകളിൽ 8ഓളം മാഗസീൻസ് ഇറങ്ങുന്നുണ്ട്. ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് 60,000-ഓളം വായനക്കാരാണ് മാസം ഈ പുസ്തകങ്ങൾ വായിക്കുന്നത്. കേട്ടപ്പോൾ ഒരുപാട് സന്തോഷം തോന്നി. വരും വർഷങ്ങളിലും ഇതിനേക്കാൾ ശോഭയോടുകൂടി ഈ ചടങ്ങ് നടത്താൻ ഭാഗ്യമുണ്ടാകട്ടെ. എനിക്കും പങ്കാളിയാവാൻ കഴിയട്ടെ. എല്ലാവർക്കും ആശംസകൾ. നന്ദി. നമസ്കാരം. ഗൃഹശോഭ ഇന്ത്യയിൽ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ സർക്കുലേഷൻ.
Yes, so she said, Nani, Namaskaram to every one of us. But I want to ask Teja Lakshmi, how does it, like, you know, what kind of a privilege and this thing is it to be Urvashi, our daughter?
Hi, Namaskara, Bengaluru. First of all, truly honored to be here, actually, to be receiving this award on behalf of my mother. Especially on the stage, like Parvati Chechi said, hi. Like she said, it actually felt like little, because I was very nervous to come up on stage and everything, because she was like, I won't be able to reach, so you might have to collect it for me. So I was like, this is the first time I'm going for an award show without her. So, but this is actually like a very comfortable space. It's actually giving us like that very warm feeling. So I'm actually pretty proud to be here. Plus, coming to your question, this is something that I've heard a lot. Like people keep asking me, how does it feel to be her daughter? It feels amazing because she's an amazing mother in the first place. So that's the first point which I can tell. And then later, as I grew up, is when I actually understood and like started like actually knowing who the real Urvashi that you guys see and admire. Because she's always be my mother.
So that's the real Urvashi that you are getting to see. Give us a quick, because anyway, mother isn't here.
Yeah, she is actually absolutely like how you see her on screen. That's how she is. She's super fun. She's very like friendly and like as a mother, she's a bit strict too sometimes. She'd probably kill me like knowing that I came to this function like this because I had like a wardrobe malfunction right before coming. And like thank you so much, Padma Priya Chechi. Like she was helping me in the washroom to somehow drape this because I tore my sari. And just like, it's okay. So I haven't told her yet. I'm just like, oh my God, I'll just tell her after.
Yeah.
But anyway, like super happy to be here and you know, to be in front of all these amazing people.
In fact, it's a great chance for us to know about you as well. Would you please speak about...
Yes, I mean...
Whether about yourself or your worldview, you're most welcome.
I'm also like, I'm an aspiring actress, you could say. I mean, I'm trying to get into movies because this is, again, something that I've seen and heard all my life. And I think it automatically pushed me into a space where I really felt like I should get into acting and like, you know, actually understand and experience this. You know, knowing that my parents are in this as well, I think it's a great help. So hopefully, and my mother was saying maybe in the future you can also you know, get an award from Grihshobha. So, thank you.
This is just,
hopefully
by the way,
you
rehearsal.
remember my face, sir. Thank you. So maybe in the future, you know, with all the blessings, I'll be able to receive this award. And I'm so, actually, again, I'm super honored to be on this platform because Champak, like we all spoke, it used to be my favorite book as a child. I used to like subscribe to it and read on it like throughout every time. So just happy to be here. Nothing else that I have to say here. And I'm my mother, she couldn't be here. And I'm sure like most of you wanted to see her and like, you know, but I'll definitely convey that.
No, we are happy to see you as well.
favorite.
I think we should show it with applause. Yeah, it's in fact very special. Urvashi ma'am, we would have seen her on screen and here, but we would have never known about you. And of course, thoughts are very powerful. She said that who knows, she's going to be back in her own career to win this award in her own right. Hope you and I are there to see that moment. Congratulations once again, and thank you for sharing with us about her. Let's hear it for Teja Lakshmi, but you know, with all the candid sharings that she's done, she's added more delight to this moment. I believe I would not be wrong if I say that I've come to the end of this. Therefore, I'm not seeing any person backstage who's making secret eye contact with me. Therefore, I think it is time to have that quick musical you know, performance which Ananya is going to rap for us. But in the meanwhile, someone who really knows what it's taken to put this level of coordination, program, as well as bringing the jury and the people together. If I have Anant, if I can see you. Yeah, so Anant, may I invite you to propose a vote of thanks while we use the time to let Ananya prepare.
Thank you, Vasanti. To be honest, I must confess, I was having cold feet while coming here because we thought that how do you follow an evening like this with so much of richness, so much of depth, trying to match it up. And I thought I'll take the easier way, which is not to even attempt being any more profound than what we have seen today. I'll do the easier part of thanking everyone. To begin with, Vasanti, I need to thank you because the way you've put the event together, and what Parvati said, I think that it feels like a living room, it feels an intimate ceremony. It's all thanks to you. So first of all, first and most important thanks to you for curating this evening in a manner that has come together and for making everybody feel loved and warm.
Thank you. It's a compliment to cherish, Anand.
We started working on the award a year ago, or more than a year and a half ago, and to be honest, I personally didn't think that we will reach the kind of depth we have reached. It's first and foremost thanks to our jury. I must say a special thanks to Satya, who couldn't be here. She had a bereavement last night in her family. She's really been the anchor around whom we have sort of come together. A lovely other jury, Padma Priya, Richa, Suparna, Shobha, Nuria, who couldn't be here, Surbhi, and Dilshad. All of them, really, when we started the event last year, it was a leap of faith for all of them. Of course, Shobha and Suparna joined this year, but that year it was a leap of faith for them to believe in what we were putting together, to believe in the process we were putting together. And I must thank them for giving their time, giving their support and their guidance to us. A special thanks to the team behind the award. I must, Priyadarshini, if you could just stand. She's been the program director, somebody who's really put together the event, thought through it, thought of the way we will put together. So thank you for being that anchor. Shweta over there, who's been the event producer, along with Ella, and there is Devanshi now, and Keshav, and of course the entire Delhi press team. But these are the people who've sort of helped us put together this evening and the entire journey. And we started the award last year with the Delhi edition. Now, of course, we've sort of we thought that we could be far more inclusive, far more, let's say, give platform to stories from across the country by breaking it into 3 editions. Bangalore, we moved to Bombay after this, and then of course finally back to Delhi, and hopefully repeat the cycle next year with some variation, so on and so forth. So thanks to everybody, thanks to our sponsors, thanks to, I'm sure I'm missing a lot of people here. Ananya, thanks to you, because you set the stage. I must say, a small anecdote, Ananya's own grandfather actually used to work with Delhi Press. So it was really a homecoming to find her to sort of start the evening and end the evening with. And I hope you all enjoy the evening. We'll finish with the music, and please do stay back for dinner upstairs. Thank you again.
Ananya, you might want to use this mic.
We had initially thought of singing Mirabai and Akka Mahadevi, considering we're in the heart of the city. She's written so many beautiful compositions. And then we experienced the evening, and it's so beautiful and so inspiring to have heard amazing stories that we go back with. And there are so many nameless women who have been singing folk music, which is where they pour their hearts out, they pour their emotions. So we thought, let's sing folk music that is sung in weddings, folk music that is sung with the change of seasons. When they go to fill water from the wells, Paniharan it's called. Kajri, which is again sung in the monsoon season. So we thought we'll do a quick folk celebration of the woman's voice. And the joy of singing in a collective, where people clap and where a collective performs. I have with me on vocals Ananta Gaur, very much from Bangalore. On tabla, an ally, Kartik Bhatt. And on harmonium, Surya Upadhyay. You won't need meanings of these, because the beauty of folk is you'll get the emotion. Nimekata paritana le charkha chandan daashava charkha chandan. Nimekata paritana le charkha chandan daashava charkha chandan. Niye bikdaye bade bazaar charkha chandan daashava charkha chandan. E gadiya kisi lohar lat lohe di shava charkha chandan. Charkha kukar kenda shava. So we now know the collective has to say shava. Charkha kukar kenda shava. Kukar lagi kale shava. Ek mera dil pe धड़के शावा. दूजा कंगन छड़के शावा. चरखा चंदन दा शावा चरखा चंदन. निमकता परिता नाल चरखा चंदन दा शावा चरखा चंदन. मां मेरी मैनू चरखा दिता विच चरखे दे मेखा. मां रानी तैनू याद जो आवे जट चरखे वल वेखा. चरखा चंदन दा शावा चरखा चंदन. निमकता परिता नाल चरखा चंदन दा शावा चंदन दा. Is this mic on? हो बालम छोटे से, ओ बालम हल्के से ले लो मेरी जान. बालम छोटे से, ओ बालम छोटे से, ओ बालम हल्के से ले लो मेरी जान. बालम छोटे से. What a comment on masculinity, no? This woman wants a halka sa, chota sa balam. जब मैं गई हलवैया दुकनिया, बालम गए मोरे साथ रे. जब मैं गई हलवैया दुकनिया, बालम गए मोरे साथ रे. हाय मचले वो यूं ही खिल के, लड्डू दिला दो मेरी जान. बालम छोटे से, ओ बालम छोटे से, ओ मचले ओ यूं ही खिल के, गोद में बिठा लो मेरी जान, बालम छोटे से, ओ बालम छोटे से, ओ बालम हल्के से ले लो मेरी जान, बालम छोटे से, ओ बालम छोटे से, ओ बालम हल्के से ले लो मेरी जान, बालम छोटे से. And from Punjab, we move to Rajasthan, where you find women singing this song just before they sow the seeds. Oh, kun beeje bajroe badri, oh, kun beeje moth mewa misri, surangi rut, bhaleri rut, surangi rut, bhaleri rut, surangi rut आई हमारा देश में, भलेरी रुत आई हमारा देश में. ओ कुण बीजे बाजरोए बदरी, ओ कुण बीजे मोठ मेवा मिसरी, सुरंगी रुत, भलेरी रुत, सुरंगी रुत, भलेरी रुत, सुरंगी रुत आई हमारा देश में, भलेरी रुत आई हमारा देश में. काकड़ में मोरिया नाचेरा, काकड़ में मोरिया नाचेरा, कोयलरी मन गीत सुनावेला, कोयलरी मन गीत सुनावेला, सुरंगी रुत, भलेरी रुत, सुरंगी रुत, भलेरी रुत, सुरंगी रुत आई हमारा देश में, भलेरी रुत आई हमारा देश में. ओ कुण बीजे बाजरोए बदरी, ओ कुण बीजे मोठ मेवा मिसरी, सुरंगी रुत, भलेरी रुत, सुरंगी रुत, भलेरी रुत, सुरंगी रुत आई हमारा देश में, भलेरी रुत आई हमारा देश में, सुरंगी रुत आई हमारा देश में, भलेरी रुत आई हमारा देश में, सुरंगी रुत आई हमारा देश में, भलेरी रुत आई हमारा देश में. Thank you so very much. I was given 10. Where is Shivank? Shall we? Okay, so now it's a collective decision. Would you like to hear a kajri that again is sung by women? And after that, I promise we'll eat food, and I'm sure we're all very hungry. Would you like to hear a kajri that you have all heard in cinema, but you may not have, that may not recognize it to be the form that it is? Yeah? Okay, lovely. Before that, I wanted to ask you guys, there is another song that has found its way in cinema, and cinema is full of classical and folk, and many of the forms that have been preserved by women. You want to hum? If everybody joins in, yeah? Saiya chhed debe, छोड़ा बाबुल कांगना भा
Wow, what an audience, beautiful. Ananya, how you have made us dance to your tunes.
It's your magic, Vasanti.
It is the magic in the room, and with that we come to a close after Ananya really made sure that we aren't just sitting around, but we are on our feet doing fantastic things that women always do. Let's hear it for every woman who inspires, every of these award winners, and we take away their stories with us, and we become their storytellers as well. Yeah, so we are ambassadors in a way, but we are also co-inspirers. Many, I'm sure in the coming years, many of you are going to be crossing over from this stage to that. It's been a fantastic evening. Let's hear it for Grihshobha Inspire, for Paresh ji. देखिए आपने क्या कर डाला. हाँ? Thank you. He's like the father that every daughter would want. Absolutely, I think I agree with you. Would you like to introduce yourself to the audience? I'm going to hold this mic close to her.
I'm Dr. Sujata Rathod, Director of Medical Education. I was with the Grihshobha a few years back. I mean, I was on one of your magazine editions. Yes, I think for women to be absolutely in the forefront in the society, we should have a loving father like him, a loving brother, and a wonderful husband and son who will be next to us, not behind us or in front of us. I think that will be the ideal society which we can have.
I think she'll set an Adarsh Samaj as well. Until such time that we reach that Adarsh Samaj, we live in a very flawed thing, but we are embracing the flaws as well. But it's been great to have you as an audience. And thank you so much for being here. No more word from us, just except to say, Bani Uta Madana. We all proceed top floor. Yeah, so top floor, we'll see. We've had plenty of food for thought. Now the belly is asking food as well. Namaskara, it's time for me, Vasanti Hari Prakash, to sign off. Good evening, good night. Thank you. Thank you, Paresh ji.